Yo, brother, it's time for us to start talking the real, man. We've been sugarcoating too much. We've got to start calling everything out for what it is.
Hey guys, look what I got. A new Replacement Inmotion V14. I just received this yesterday. It's let's see, January 7th, 2024. It's been an odyssey with this wheel. So a little recap is e-wheels, and by the way, thanks again, Jason, for sending me this wheel and for letting me continue to try and test it anyway. I greatly appreciate your support as usual over all these years. He sent me this wheel and I got it, let's see, I'm remembering my notes here, November 2nd, I got this wheel. A little over 2 months ago, and I boxed it. I had one ride with the wheel, about I think 45 miles. Turned out to be kind of a range test, which kind of indicated it didn't have the greatest range. Seemed to underperform per watt hour versus other wheels of similar capability. But anyway, in the next time I turn it on, a couple days later, there was a failure, a hall sensor failure, and ultimately ended up blowing the control board. Did all kinds of follow-up testing with Inmotion that really looked like it was the hall sensor, but seemed like they just didn't want to believe that really could be the case. I don't know, but as what I still believe is the first. I sent the wheel back to Inmotion. As far as I know, that no wheel has ever been sent back to China because of a failure. But I think they really wanted to know what was going on. So I sent it back first week in December. I sent it back, and I did get formal confirmation from Inmotion that the failure mechanism was in the motor. The hall sensor had failed. So right before Christmas, they sent out the new wheel. And this is not the wheel. This is a new one. I can tell. And let's see. Just wanted to mention from what they told me has been changed in this wheel. It's got the same batteries as far as I know, the 50 GB batteries. Most everything looks the same. Apparently they've made some changes to the motor. I don't know if that was specific to the hall sensor. I did hear that there had been one other hall sensor related failure. But they made some changes to the motor. They also said specifically that they made weatherproofing changes to the motor. They made changes to the stanchions, the tubes that the suspension rides up and down on, because there had also been cases where they had locked up, frozen. So they made changes there. It's got a new tire, which I'm going to show you. It's very interesting. And they updated the firmware and the control board. They made some hardware modifications relating to the control board, they said, relating to the hall sensor. I don't know what exactly, no actual details. And they made changes to the firmware, so at least in the future, if there is a hall sensor failure in your motor, it won't cause the control board to blow up like it did in my case. So that's good. All good changes. So the wheel looks great. Unpacked it. The only problem is they forgot to put the kickstand in the box. So I got no kickstand, which besides providing the kickstand function, protects the bottom part of the batteries. So I sent off a message to them. Maybe I can still get one, or maybe I can get one from Jason. I don't know. It's kind of disappointing in a way that, I mean, it's not going to affect how I ride the wheel. But the kickstand on this wheel I still think it was the best kickstand I have ever experienced in any wheel over my 7.5 years of testing wheels. It is made from an engineering plastic, incredibly strong. And the way it was designed, when you put this wheel on the kickstand, it is super stable. So very impressive. The thing is, this wheel won't fit in the shipping box with the kickstand installed, so it has to be put in the box separately. And obviously someone in the shipping department packing up the wheel missed it. They need a checklist. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm just going to be resting it like that. It's still okay in terms of stability. Yeah, it's going to scratch up these things, but in the box you do get an extra set of these plastic inserts in the front and the bottom part of the battery case. These plastic things, you get an extra set of all that. So again, otherwise the wheel looks the same, but let me pull the camera in and show you the tire. So I had read earlier that the tire had been changed because I guess some people complained about the traction. The other one was much more of a knobby. This definitely has a totally different tread pattern on it. I can't pronounce this, YUANXING, but anyway, that's the brand. The tire looks great, but here's a huge difference. It's tubeless. Previous tire was definitely not a tubeless. So that is very cool. I'm really happy to have the V14 back in my stable, and I can continue the actual testing of it. And what's also kind of cool is I also have the Kingsong S16 with me. Kind of similar wheels. They kind of look similar. They both have coil suspensions. Different capabilities, though. Obviously this has a 4,000 watt motor. S16 has, my version has a 2800, but even if you have the Pro, that's a 3000. This is a faster wheel. It's got a much bigger battery. So it's kind of an apples to oranges, but I know it'll be very tempting to want to compare the two, which I'm going to do. So actually, in about an hour, I'm going to leave for the Fullerton Loop. I'm going to bring this and the S16 and meet up with Roger, Don, and maybe a few other people. I'm going to do the loop, Fullerton Loop. If some of you might know that has a lot of little challenging sections, hills to climb, hills to drop, and it's a good little test. And I'll be giving these wheels to Roger primarily to let him put them through the paces. So it'll be interesting to see what his opinion of the wheels are in terms of raw power, not speed. This will be a torquey test day. So that'll be in another video. So stay tuned. Hope this video was useful, guys. And until next time, safe riding.